Hi, and welcome to another digital book talk from Massanutten Regional Library. When we started these book talks, one of my goals was to introduce you to as many of the books from the Virginia Reader's Choice list for this school year as I possibly could. And I've been focusing on the elementary and the middle school list. So today we have 3 additional books from the elementary list for this school year. It is time for me to tell you, since it is now April, that if you have read 4 or more of the books from any of the lists, and by that I mean 4 books from the elementary list or 4 books from the middle school list, not necessarily a mix and match of books from different lists. But if you've read 4 of the books or more in their entirety, not just the tidbits I've given you in these videos, but you've actually read them or listened to them, then it's time to vote. And if you want to vote, you need to speak to your school librarian to find out if your school's participating and how you can get your vote counted. With that said, today's books are Bob by Wendy Mass and Rebecca Stead, Claude, Evil Alien Warlord Cat by Johnny Marciano, and Because of the Rabbit by Cynthia Lord. So, in Bob we have Livy. Livy is going to Australia to visit her grandmother. It's been 5 years since she's been there. She's 10 now, so the last time she was there, she was 5. And at the beginning, Grandma seems really disappointed in the things that Livy doesn't remember about having been there before. It's been 5 years, and she wasn't all that old when she was there before. But then she starts to have this vague memory of something. She's not quite sure what. Well, that memory is Bob. Bob, who's living in a closet in the room that she stays in. Bob has been there for the past 5 years waiting for her to come back. She had promised Bob that she was going to help him find his family. We're not totally sure if he has a family yet, but she's going to help him find something. And so she realizes once she gets to her room that this is the thing that she has forgotten was Bob. The short, greenish creature dressed in a chicken suit. He didn't forget her. He didn't forget the promise. He's been hiding out in that closet just like she told him to do when she left 5 years ago. He doesn't actually remember who he is or where he came from or if he has a family. But together, they're going to work this problem out and work through that promise and use the clues to try to unravel that mystery of where he comes from and discover a kind of magic that lasts forever between friends. Our second book today is Claude, Evil Alien Warlord Cat by Johnny Marciano. Now, this is the first book in a series of 6 books, so if you like Claude, you've got more to read once you're through this with this one. Claude here is not your average cat. You see, he has soft fur and pointy ears, but don't let his cuteness fool you. He's actually an exiled emperor from across the universe. He has a hunger for battle and a thirst for revenge. He's cruel, he's cunning, he's brilliant, and he's about to become best friends with a boy named Raj. Claude, the most supreme high commander of the planet Litterbox, has billions of warrior cats at his disposal. But he is stripped of his feline throne, sentenced to the worst possible punishment, exile. Exile to an insignificant planet in a barely inhabited corner of the universe, a planet we call Earth. Raj actually lives here on Earth. Raj, he had everything. He had a cool apartment in Brooklyn. He had 3 friends who lived in his building. He had pizza and comics within walking distance of that apartment building. And then Mom got a new job that forced them to move all the way across the continent, across the United States, to Oregon. everything in his life changes now that they have to go live in Elba, Oregon. And it's the beginning of summer. He has no friends in this new place. And now he's being told he has to go to a nature camp for the summer. This is not up his alley. This is not his cup of tea. So when his doorbell rings and a somewhat odd-looking cat appears, Raj begins to think that maybe his luck is turning around. Raj has no idea what he's in for, or that the cat that he found at his door can speak, sits on a toilet like a human, and reads the Wall Street Journal newspaper. If you want to find out what happens to Raj and Claude this summer, you're going to have to read Claude, Evil Alien Warlord Cat to find out. Our last book today is Because of the Rabbit by Cynthia Lord. So in this book, we have Emma, and it is the last night of summer vacation. Emma tags along with her father, who's a game warden, as they go out on a call. They expect to rescue a wild rabbit that might be stuck in a picket fence or something like that, but instead they find a little bunny. It might be someone's pet, and Emma convinces her dad to bring him home for the night, because she knows that rabbits can be lucky, and right now she needs all the luck she can get. Tomorrow's the next day of school, or the first day of school, and she's been homeschooled all this time, so when she starts public school tomorrow, it's her very first time starting public school ever, and she's going to be a 5th grader. She's ready for it. She wants to ride the bus. She wants to eat in the cafeteria, but more than anything, she wants a friend. She wants a best friend, someone who will always be on her side. And of course, things do not go as she has planned or hoped for. On that first day of school, she gets paired with a boy named Jack for a project. Jack can't stay on topic. Jack speaks out of turn, and he's obsessed with animals. Jack does not fit in at school. And as Emma and Jack bond over the rescue rabbit, she worries that being seen with Jack will mean that she's different too. Will their friendship keep Emma from finding the best friend she's meant to have? You need to read the book to find out. Thank you for joining us for this digital book talk from Massanutten Regional Library. I hope that between Bob, Claude, and the rabbit here, you find something to read this month and it makes you happy. Happy reading.